Good morning, beautiful souls. It is Elizabeth Bratcher, Psychic Medium, and I'm here to do your daily read for the 12th of August. I hope that you are all well this beautiful morning. So guys, how this works is I'm going to pull 3 cards randomly from the deck, and all you need to do is allow your energy to take you to where you are drawn. Don't think about it too much. 1, 2, or 3 will come, and that's what you stick with. If you are following a specific number, that's fine too. That's what you are drawn to do. It is all good. All right. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. As I said, guys, don't think about it too much. Just let your energy take you. Number 1, number 2, or number 3. Excellent. Okay. Number 1, you got joy. Woohoo! All right, peace, harmony, and balance. And happiness, of course, and joy. Let's have a look. Nice. All right, guys. So, for those of you that have been following for a while, you'll see my joy and excitement at these cards for number 1, because there has been a little bit of a rut feeling for most of you that have been drawn to number 1. In fact, I wouldn't... a rut's a funny word. I know that other people relate to it in different ways, so I don't want to categorise you all in that regard, but you understand what I mean. You keep pulling the uncertainty card. So today, let's sit in today. So the joy card, the self-care card, the dead end card, okay? Peace, happiness, and harmony. Now, this card is coming in, okay? And I feel like you guys are starting to tap in to that part of yourselves that's making you realise that all the possibilities that you needed were there and are there. Okay, and that you can embrace them, then, you know, and that it might take some of you, you know, that full one step and you're into it, and for others of you it might be a little bit more slow, you know, but either way it's all good. So standing in self-truth, self-honour, self-awareness, truth, honour, and awareness, they are big energies, because you've hit a dead end and you know that this way no longer works. Okay, that road ain't going nowhere but a brick wall. And so the message that I have for you today, number 1. Peace, happiness, and harmony are yours when you sit in your truth, your honour, and your awareness. And I do feel that you are doing this, okay, because this dead end card is coming out because, you know, this way does not work. This way, and what we're talking about is that cluster of 2-3 weeks that you've had behind you of kind of hitting into those brick walls. Okay, and I feel like that energy is lifting for you now. That self-realization, that self-awareness, and that self-truth and honour are definitely starting to step in. So be proud of yourself today. Number 1, that is the message that I have for you today. You know what? For today, just remember how awesome you are. Seriously, go through the day. Each time you pass the mirror, give yourself a huge, big, cheeky smile. You know, wink a couple of times, shake your butt, don't care. But look at yourself with all of the beauty that you deserve. Remind yourself of all your achievements. Remind yourself of how far you've come in life. Remind yourself of all the possibilities that lay before you, and that some of in history's greatest people, as far as people that have, you know, discovered things or created things, or, you know, things that have made a massive, massive impact on the earth. Do you know how many of them were over 80 years old when they did that? Heaps, like heaps, 10, 15 heaps. And I know, okay, 10, 15 is not heaps, but it is heaps when you look at the fact that there's only, like, say, you know, 100 of those significant people. Having 10% of them over the age of 80 is pretty awesome, all right? So, and that's not even a, like, factual fact. That was just a figure I pulled out of my butt, but you know what I mean? Yeah, that's my point. Don't let time, don't let age, don't let seemingly, you know, barriers that we put in front of us be in that. And today, just let all of that go. Just smile at yourself, and just, as I said, really honestly, as daggy as it sounds, remember how awesome you are. Really and truly, smile at yourself. Smile at yourself. Think back to all your little achievements, all your successes, all your triumphs, and just smile. All right, number 2, you've got the support card. I like this card because, as I said, it's interesting when you make a deck. You know, it took me months to make this deck, but even afterwards I still learn things about the energy in it, which is nice, and part of the, I guess, the privilege of channeling. So information continues to grow. So, all right, so number 2. So you've got the support card, you've got the freedom card, and you've got the confront fears card, okay? So, all right, so we're talking about this card, but you're not alone. And one of the things, as I said, that kind of grew on me after I created this card was the fact that I feel like it's about people that have got your back. Those real honest to goodness people that have got your back. And I'm telling you now, if you sit here and you tell me that you got 10 of those people in your life, I'm not going to say you're full of it, but I'm going to say you're freaking mighty damn well blessed, because most of us have only got, as far as it goes, 1 or 2 friends, family included, you know, that have, without a doubt, no ifs, no buts, no maybes, got our back. And it's nice. And that's not to say, you know, we don't call and support of all of our friends, but just that beautiful reminder that there are people in this world that you can trust, and there are people in this world that genuinely have your back, okay? And so to utilize that support, because when you reach into your freedom and when you embrace self-love and you step into your determination to confront fears, this beautiful thing happens, release. Okay? Freedom. Increased courage. The list is endless. And so number 2, you're being challenged. Okay, and I feel like this is a gentle energy. I don't feel like you're, you know, I don't feel like you're tumbling down a hill. I feel like you're in a good position at the moment right now to do a little bit of extra work. You know, I used to always wonder on platform, for example, when I'd be doing a mediumship demonstration, I'd get to a point where I was like, yeah, you know, I'm mostly confident. You always shit yourself when you walk up on stage. To do this, you know, and then all of a sudden I hit this slump, and it had me baffled for about 3 times, and then I realised what was happening was it was actually like a reward, because I had proven myself and stuck to that myself to a certain point, and so now Spirit was kind of like, all right, let's up the ante a little bit, which is why it felt so challenging. And I was thinking, what am I doing wrong? But I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was just having the honour and the privilege of being able to up the ante. And so I know now, every time that mediumship on the platform goes and sits a bit of a stalemate, there's a lesson that's there, and there's some growth that's happening, and so I embrace it rather than shy away from it now. Not always willingly, but I do. It's you know, and that's the thing around it, is that I know that that's my purpose. I know that that's what part of the reason why I stand here today. So, you know, I fight hard, and it's that same energy that sits here, guys. As I said, I feel like you're in a good place. I feel like you've learnt well. I feel like the universe is just going, hey, let's up the ante for you a little bit now. You've done so well here. Let's bring a bit more in, but we've just got a bit of work to do to get there. And as I said, it's a gentle energy. It's a positive one. Being able to kick ass some fears. You know, mine, I have such a huge fear of heights. For various reasons that were instigated when I was young. Anyway, one of them falling, and yeah, but anyway. So I have a fear of heights, and so what I did was went and sky jumped. That's not what you call it, is it? Skydived. That doesn't even sound right. I went skydiving, 14,000 feet. I went skydiving, and oh gee whiz, I shit myself so bad. But the thing is though that I've done it, and so I know that no matter what I come up against, I've already faced one of my biggest fears. Like, yeah, there's a story of me having a panic attack 1 foot up a cliff. Like, seriously, I have a fear of heights. But I know that I've confronted that big fear. So, and it's, you know, I use it as inspiration and things like that now. So, you know, it's a positive. So I hope that energy makes sense. A bit of dribbling on there for you guys, number 2, but I wanted it to make sense because it's not a negative energy that's sitting here. It's a really positive one. It is. It's almost like, you know, as I said, someone's gone to you, hey guys, you've done such a good job. How about, you know, you deserve a little bit more, but you've got to earn it. So enjoy it. It's only going to take you further. All right, number 3. You got the shit happens card. And this card I made because we all know the saying, or, you know, depending on your age, I guess, this saying was pretty rampant there around, but it is just that, you know, in life shit happens, and sometimes it's not our fault, sometimes it's not fair, sometimes we've got to take responsibility and realise that we've brought that energy in on ourselves, and sometimes it's just the way life is. And it's just accepting that energy and going, you know what, I'm not going to let it define me. I'm not going to let it stop me. I'm not going to let it do anything. I'm just going to realise it for what it is, and that is that shit happens, and I'm going to keep going on. I'm going to keep going on. Which is nice, yeah. Okay, yeah, okay. So you'll see this card's full of positive affirmation that's there as well, you know. As soon as I don't know how well you can see it, but it's all good. It says, you're a warrior, you know. This too shall pass. Facing fears, courage, that's life. It's all good. all that energy that sits there behind it. Okay, so you've got the spirit card now. When I made this deck again, I channeled through the deck and spirit. So for example, you know, we get feathers, we get little bits and pieces from spirit. This card is a sign from spirit. Okay, and so what I want to say to you is that generally when this card comes out, you'll be feeling that energy around you. This card 100% exudes support. They want you to know that they're there with you. They want you to know that feelings, those urges, that pushing that you're feeling that's there, that sometimes feels just like a big frustrating ball, is spirit urging you along and letting you know, hey, we've got your back and you're going to be all good. Just remember that in life this happens, shit happens, and it's time to let go. It's time to start releasing the binds. Okay? And for some of you, you know, as I said, it's going to be little things. For others of you, it's going to be big things. But for those things that you're sitting there and holding back onto, just understand in life that shit does happen. And you know what? I've had some pretty significant areas in that energy. And so I feel like I'm entitled to say that even if it is this massive, massive thing, it still has to come down to a point where you can be at peace and move forward from it. Nothing that anyone's ever done to you deserves the rest of your life being bound. And it's up to you, unfortunately, to release it. So as I said, for some of you, that's going to be small stuff. For others of you, it's big stuff. Okay? But just spend a few moments today just having a little bit of a think about, you know, oh, this is where I'd like to be and I'm not quite there and these are the reasons why. We want to sit with that reason why in between. And not because it hasn't happened yet, or because I haven't won lotto, or because I haven't... No, have a look at yourself. Have a look at yourself and where you've held yourself back through fears and things like that. You know, it's big energy, but it's like servicing your car. You know what I mean? You're not going to drive your car for years and years without checking in on it and changing the oil and everything else like that. Do it with yourself as well, especially yourself. All right, so number 3, that is the message that I have for you today. So in reflection, number 3, you got the shit happens. Number 2, you got support. Number 1, you have the joy card. Have a beautiful day. I hope to see you again tomorrow. And if you can't be good at it.